Morning, YouTube. Figured I'd stop in and say hello. Okay, Rosie should have left Salt Lake today, headed here. Well, headed to Denver. And, goodness, I got so much to do here still. And I'm having trouble walking. I got nerves pinched in the back. So I'm going to be in no better shape than Jen, probably. But, yeah, I'm excited. I've been, basically I've got all the bedding washed up for the trailer now. I've got, what do I got? Oh, I got towels in the dryer. Okay, so, yeah, that way everything out there is clean. I just got to go out and put it all together. And, try and, I still got carpets to clean. I've got a kitchen to try to get cleaned up. I've got, want to make some room in the van so there's room for 5 of us. And, you know, so I've got a lot to do. And what I've got is my lower back. As you guys know, my back is basically shot. And I pushed so hard last week that I've got the nerves pinched in my right leg. So I'm struggling with getting around. So this will be interesting. But, yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the side chat over here. That way I can read it. That's not what I want. Oh, goodness. No, I kind of had a rough night last night because of the pain there in the leg. So, because what it is, it's got the nerves pinched in my right leg. So I've got my back brace on here. Oh, I've actually got a corset on underneath here. Try to help support the back. Because I figure the more support I can get, maybe I can get up so I can at least get walking here today. Because I know yesterday when I got up in the morning, I was having trouble walking. And as the day went on, it improved. So then I was okay. And then when we went and I got my nails all done, got my fingers and I got my toes and got them all looking good. But they worked on me for over 3 hours at the nail salon. Took them about an hour and a half on the toes and about an hour and a half on the fingers. I mean, I was beat up bad and so much callus and stuff. And the guy scraped callus off my foot with a cheese grater for probably 30 minutes, trying to get me cleaned up. I don't know how they do it for that price. But, yeah, I desperately needed it. You know, this past week, my Monday was, let me see, 12 and a half hours. Tuesday was 13 and a half. Wednesday was 14 and a half. Thursday was 14 again. And let me see, Friday was pushing probably 14 and a half, 15. So, you know, long week, rough week, and so much to do to get ready because I'm on vacation now next week here, or from here on for the week. So I've just got to send up a bunch of paperwork for Dave, who's running the route while I'm off. And that way he knows what all's going on, which that's one of my projects for today. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I actually get to meet Rosie and Jen. And my daughter's so excited because she's official puppy petter for George. So I'm hoping they're doing good. Now, Rosie was smart, though, because she pulled 750 miles yesterday to Salt Lake. And then she's only got 500 today to Denver, which is through the Rockies. And put it this way, I-70, if you're in just a vehicle, I mean, it's rough. I've tried it pulling a travel trailer, and I'll go up and do I-80 across Wyoming before I'll do I-70. Because I-70 through the Rockies, that is a rough drive. And, you know, that's a lot of ups, downs, a lot of curves, you're fighting it every inch of the way. Lots of traffic. And I'm hoping the weather holds for her. Because what I'm showing for here today is just basically cloudy. It's supposed to be actually like high 50s. So, you know, it sounded like it's going to be alright. I got doggies wanting in. Hold on here. Let me see if I can get there. Oh. Like I said, I got a right leg that's not working very well. I'm hoping I can get that nerve loosened up back there so I'll be alright. But, yeah, now here's the last of the pillows and stuff that just came out of the dryer during the night. So, I have washed all the bedding, the sheets, the padding, the sleeping bags, the pillows themselves, and so it's as clean as I would like it to be if I was sleeping on it. Because the in-laws were here at the holidays. So, yeah, and here's the sleeping bag. Great big thermal bag, just in case it gets too cold. But, no, I've got baseboard heating. I've got a portable oil heater out there. And then we've got the extra heater in the trailer. So, lots of heat. And it's only supposed to be down to like 43 or something. So it's not like it's going to be blistering cold. When Mom and Dad were here, it was down to 5 degrees. And what happens when it gets down to 5 degrees is your propane heater no longer works. Because your pressure in your propane bottle drops so low that there's like nothing left. It acts like it's out of propane. Basically, there's not enough pressure there for the regulator to give it anything. So, yeah. That's why all the extra heat out there. But I'm struggling on that leg. It hurts. But that's because the vertebrae in my back, I have no discs left after 31 years of throwing cases. It's pretty much gone. And you know, I'm hoping to see another 10 years out of it, which is probably a pipe dream. You know, but it's a case of, alright, you know, this is our slow time of year. Now, they have me on a base plus a commission. And, you know, I can sell cases. I can move the product. And, yeah, this time of year you work so much harder for it. But, you know, I've only had one paycheck that went down. And that was one right after Christmas, which is, well, right after New Year's, which is to be expected. You know, middle of January is always quieter. And, you know, I've got the volume back up. So, you know, I'm moving it. I'm making the money. It's killing me doing it, but, hey, you do what you got to do. Yeah, no. So, now as far as, you know, last year making Employee of the Year, I was top dog in the yard for January, and I'm leading the pack here in February. And if I can keep it up, I'll get that Employee of the Year again this year. Because after wearing a dress to the Christmas party, I figured, as long as I'm top dog, nobody's going to say boo to me. You know, as long as I'm you know, making them all look weak, nobody's going to say crap to me about showing up in a dress. Now, if I don't make it this year, that opens the door then for, you know, them to start giving me crap over showing up in a dress. So, it's kind of a motivational thing. You know, it's like I am determined to be #1 all year and stay on top and get that award again. Just so that way, you know, nobody can give me shit. But it's, hey, you know, it's one of those things. With how big our company is and how many employees we got, and, you know, after wearing the dress to the Christmas party and everybody being there, I haven't caught any crap from anybody. I mean, I have gotten more respect out of them and everything. I can't believe it. You know, the fact that I had the balls to actually show up there in a dress, I think it surprised the heck out of them. But the fact it was me, I don't think it surprised them there. Just the fact that, you know, I'm a guy. So, anyhow. But I'm having fun there at work. The head guy with Pepsi over here, he tried, tried taking a couple of moves on me in a store there and moved a display of mine around behind his and stuff like that. And so I went after him like a pit bull this week. Which is so funny because I think it was like a year or two ago, I don't remember, 2 years ago I think, when the guy's name is Max, and he tried to make a couple of moves on me to take advantage in the market, and I basically went through and I shut him down. I mean, I swiped his space in so many stores and moved his displays clear back out of the way where he would sell shit and everything else, and he finally called my boss up and told him, it's like, you need to put Greg on a leash. My boss called me up laughing his butt off. Like, keep it up. It's like, you're really getting to him now. But, I get paid to be the bastard on the job. That's what I do. I'm very good at it. But, yeah, no. I love to be in Max's shorts and just chap his butt. And it's like, if I know he's got a market visit coming up and he's got corporate coming in, I'll go through the stores that are, in the general area he's headed and make sure that everything of mine is absolutely picture perfect and that my displays are in the best location they can be. And then Max gets his butt reamed. So, I may not be a YouTube troll, but I'm a troll to the Pepsi guys. But I get paid for that one. Nobody pays me to be a YouTube troll, so why waste my time on it? That's not me, So, but no. So I was knocking myself out this week because it's like, all right, if he's gonna try to make a move on me, I got to shut him down. Bottom line is, it's my market, and he can have what I say he can have. Okay, I own it. All right. Hey, we're supposed to own it. I own it, all right? So, yeah. To where I take it very seriously. And like I say, poor Max. When I finally got to meet Max in person, it was hilarious. Because it was at the Loaf and Jug right up the street here. They'd just done a cooler reset, and he was in there taking a look at it. And I come in the door. And, he's talking to me about it and the whole bit. And we're back in the cooler. And, I asked his name. He told me he was Max. So I reached out and I shook his hand and I introduced myself. Oh man, he turned just beat red in the face and just, oh, and I was expecting him to take a swing at me. I really was. And he turned and stormed out of there and out of the store. And the manager, Betty, come back there. And she's like, what did you do to Max to piss him off so bad? It's like, all I did was introduce myself to him. She said, and that pissed him off? It's like, yeah. Says, I'm his worst pain in the butt, thorn in the side, whatever you want to look at it. However you want to look at it. I've caused that man so much grief. But, that's what it's about. It's competition. I'm out there to be the best I can be. And the beautiful part is Pepsi has got their people on real tight schedules where they don't have but so much time. Okay? I don't have. I've got a transmission time I've got to make midday. And other than that, I'm good. So my first few stops in the morning, yeah, I'm scrambling to make sure I've got them in and got them up. But, I've got enough time built in that, the rest of it then doesn't need to be up until the next morning. So, even if I work all night, doesn't matter. I'm still going to make the truck. So, that's the way it works. But I have a ball at work there because of that. Because I love to shut them down. And right now, all these stores are doing cooler resets, which is really in-depth. It's like Loaf and Jug's picking up 43 new items, and which means that's coming out of somebody else. Which majority of it's coming out of Pepsi. So even at our corporate, we're going after them. We're going after them like a wild animal. And the corporate world is ugly. It's because, we're supposed to be number one. Pepsi's corporate has the same standards in their book. They're supposed to be number one. And it boils down to us. who's the tougher, more dedicated person that's going to get the job done. And so, that's why I love to just be a total pain in the butt to Max. I don't hate anybody, but Max is one of those that, because, his job is basically to have his guys make my life hell. And I take the upper hand on that. So, but that's what we're both supposed to do. And that's the way it works. So, yeah, it all depends on how good you are. And so naturally I outshine to where, my customers love me and they'll give me anything I ask for. But it's all in taking care of them. It's all in doing the whole job. Now, Rosie's supposed to be here on Monday. Hopefully she'll call me like tonight or something and we can talk a little bit. But, yeah, I'm trying to get things together here, so I'm ready for whatever happens. Anyhow, I haven't talked to her yet on the phone. I've only had some texts with her. She knows where I live, though, so she knows where to find me. And I do plan on putting the laptop out front, so you can watch them pull up and all and see what goes on. Now, depends on how well I'm walking in the morning. Oh, and if I'll try wearing my Gaga shoes or if I'll wear something with lower heels. But I just thought it'd be so cute if I had my Lady Gaga shoes on when she shows up. Because that puts me at 6'5.5". And I think Rosie is, what is she, like 5'8" or something? She's not the tallest one. And I know there for a while the trolls were calling her shrimp and the whole bit. And me with my sense of humor, I love to play off of things. So, I might. But, yeah. Now, I finally quit epilating there after about noon yesterday, which I've been doing the face and all. And I'm debating if I want to do the legs or just shave them, because I haven't done the legs in like 2 weeks. Then I've got some little bitty white hairs there. I mean, just enough you can feel it, not enough you can see it. But when you epilate, it leaves little red dots where every hair is plucked. And that takes a couple days to go away. So that's why I'm thinking, I may just shave it here today. So that way my legs are good and my arms are good. And, I shaved the face finally last night, so that way the swelling and the redness would all go away. And I'd look pretty again. I don't want to look like I'm all beat up, It's like when I'm at work, yeah, I'm getting beat up on the job anyhow, so it really doesn't matter if I look beat up. It just... So, and it's like all the pain of epilating my face and all. I do more of that there when I'm driving on the job and sitting at red lights and stuff. Because, it's like I'm beating up on myself physically anyhow, so what's a little more pain? Whereas, when I'm at home and I'm tired, it's like, it's rough. So, but no, I've got most of the hair gone. And so I'm pretty smooth. In fact, my arms still feel smooth as a baby, and I haven't done them in like 2 weeks. So I'm thinking I finally hit bottom. I've got a little spot up here that feels like it may have a little bit of hair there. But it's not something I can even see, so, But I intend to keep on with the epilator until it's all completely gone. But even if you wax it or electrolysis, they're usually like about 11 months to get rid of it. And I've been at it since the end of November. So, which in the beginning, I'd work at it for like 3 or 4 days, and then I'd take a break for 3 or 4 days. I'd shave it so I had nothing to epilate, and that way I could, let the face heal up. Because it's brutal. But once you pull those original hairs, the little ones that come in afterwards are so much easier to pull out. I mean, most of them slide right out. It doesn't hurt much at all. So once you get through the original stuff that's been there for, in my case, over 40 years, yeah. And some of the hairs on the face, my God, you get a hold of them with the tweezers and you hold on tight and you yank your cheek clear the frick off your face, then it won't let go. And you stand there and you hold it and wiggle it a bit, and finally it'll release and come out. But yeah, there's some that are rooted so deep the epilator can't pull them. So those you got to go after manually. But hopefully Rosie has a good drive. I haven't looked at the weather there. I know last night she said she had conflicting reports. One showed it was just going to be cloudy. One showed it was going to be snowy. So it's a tough call out here. I know here in town it's like Thursday night. Okay. The weather report showed snow for like an hour. And that was it. And it didn't even show any accumulation out of it. Well, we get up Friday morning and we probably got, 2 inches of snow out here, which was quite the shock. So it's like, I didn't see that one even coming. The weather guy didn't see it. But when you're up here, because here at the house we're at 6,700 feet, which I'm hoping Rosie and Jen can breathe okay after coming from California, because that's the biggest issue we get with people. If you live down at the lower elevations and you come up here to Colorado Springs, it takes time to acclimatize. It's like I came up from Southwest Florida, and I remember my first month or so on the job. I'd grab a pallet of Coke and go running out of the back room of a King Soopers, and I'd wind up down on the floor on my hands and knees gasping for air because I couldn't get enough oxygen. Now, I did quit smoking like 6 months prior to us moving out here just to try to help with it, because I smoked cigarettes at that time, and I smoked 2.5 packs for over 13 years, and I got off of the cigarettes and all, and now I enjoy my pipe and things like that, and then of course I got my old backup standby here for when I can't smoke or don't have time to, so I like my tobacco. So yeah. Why are you harassing me, kitty? Why? Good morning. What? When I lean over to pet you, you're gonna run? There we go. Yeah, sweet kitty. My kitty's got to come see me this morning. Oh, that my little puppy. So yeah, this will be interesting. I don't know if Rosie has cats or not. Now, chances are, with new people in the house, the cats will go hide. So George will have free run. At least I'm a dog lover, So having George in the RV out back, I don't mind it one bit because, our dogs are out back. And we've had friends that have stayed there for, short periods that have had animals and stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I know she's only got just a little bit of time, but I'm excited. Now, I know she's saying she wants to take us to dinner. I'd rather take her to dinner. But, that's just me. There are guests. So we'll see how this works out on who winds up with the check. But, I don't know what she's in the mood for. Some of the places we like to go is Black Eyed Pea, just because of a waiter by the name of Peter. And he is so cute. He wears a little crown and the whole bit, and he's got the whole rainbow of pens and everything, and he is all over it. I mean, he would be like the standard that all waitresses and waiters should try to live up to. I mean, I'll give him a $35 tip on a $60 bill, just because, he knocks himself out so much. So, yeah. Well, hello, Denise. How are you? Really? Well, I'm kind of in that gray area. I've been a cross-dresser since 2003. And, with all the changes I've made and stuff, I've got to kind of wonder if I'm headed into that transgender bit. And the only thing that's really holding me back from HRT is the fact that you lose like 10% of your muscle mass. And on the job, I feel like I really need that. However, the wife has already checked the insurance. It does fully cover all the transgender stuff. So, if I wanted to get into it, I'm good. I mean, I'd love to have my own boobies and stuff. And, I'm so comfortable as the girl anyhow. And, I've been testing the waters at work. Okay? It's like everybody knows about me dressing and my video from the Christmas party and all. And my YouTube channel and things like that. And, I've played around some days. I've worn a bra to work several days, and a camisole, and panties and stuff like that, and just to see if it works with the job. And the one thing I found with the bra is you get a little sweaty under it after a while. So, wow. Well, thank you. But yeah, that's like probably about the only major drawback. As far as your loss of your sex drive, come on, there's not that much there anymore anyhow, so it's not like I'm losing a whole lot. It's like some people claim that cross-dressing is, a sexual fetish. No, it's not. It may be for some people. I'm doing all right, Denise. I'm having trouble walking. I've got my back brace on. I've got a corset on underneath here. I've got a pinched nerve down in the lower back. If you've ever seen my x-rays, I know I've showed them on the live streams a couple times. But, yeah, my L4, L5, the disc is completely gone, and the bones are grown together. And the other ones down there out of those 5, the disc is, like, so thin that, I can tell on the job that I'm getting toward the end of it. I'm hoping to get another 10 years out of it, but, man, I don't know. Because it's like, all right, if I, like, pick up a case of 1 liters, I can feel the left leg suddenly get hot. And when I put it down, it goes back to normal. So it's like, all right, that disc is down to the point that it's pinching on the nerves. But I'm sorry, I'm not one to walk away from it, I'm going to keep fighting to the end. So we'll see. Oh, my daughter's doing great. She is all excited with Rosie and Jen coming in. They're bringing George, which is their little pug. And she's been elected official puppy petter. And so, George is going to be spoiled rotten by the time he leaves. George is not going to want to leave after being around Morgan. She's just going to pet the fur right off of that little guy. So, yeah. Trying to get her to get the couch cleared off here so we all have a place to sit, because I'd love to sit down tonight or Monday night and be able to do a live stream with her and all. I think that would be a ball. And, her and Jen and my wife and, get everybody together. So we'll see. I really don't know what else is going to go on. I've never met Rosie in person. And like I said, I haven't talked to her on the phone yet. We've been sending texts back and forth. But, yeah, she's rolling. She's headed this way. And she plans on being here in the morning. So, this is going to be fun. Like I said, I got my nails done. I got my fingernails and my toenails done. And I quit epilating the face and all yesterday about noon. So that way the swelling and the redness goes down. My face returns to normal here. And so, yeah, I'll go ahead and just shave it here for a couple of days while we go through this. And then I'll probably shave it all week because I'm on vacation. So I'll be in a dress all week. It was funny last night. We go in to get the nails done, and here I've got the guy's shirt, the girl's jeans, and the guy's shoes on until I got my flippies out, and they were the girl flippies. So, now I totally forgot I had my little gold necklace with the heart here and all. Which, I love my necklace there. But that's actual gold and diamonds. So, it's a case of it's awful small, but hey, it's the real stuff. And I wanted a diamond necklace. So, I got one. And so, yeah, it's like, I've got everything if I wanted to go full-time as a girl. In fact, if I'm not working, I usually am full-time as a girl. But the way I was feeling yesterday, I just didn't feel like doing the makeup and stuff is the only reason I went down there the way I did. I just wasn't in the mood for it. I mean, dealing with the back pain and the leg pinching and all. And, I'm having trouble sleeping with it because if I go to roll over, it just shoots fire down that leg. And so, yeah. Well, Denise, if you're ever in Colorado Springs, let me know. You're welcome to come meet me. I'd love to meet you. It's a case of, heck, even if Elvis showed up, I mean, I'd be more than happy to throw a steak on the grill and buy him a beer, That's me. They, I may give him crap, but it's like a brother would give a brother. I mean, there's nothing mean behind it, nothing, you know, but he takes it so much deeper. But yeah, no, I'm not a mean person, you know. Now, what was funny was on Friday morning, I ran into a guy by the name of Mike Oldfather, which years ago used to be my boss. In fact, my house here, I actually bought it from him because him and his wife were wanting to build a new house, and he needed to basically sell it to get the money out of it for the down payment, and then he needed a place to stay for 8 months. Well, they built it, and I was looking for a rental property. And so basically we went over to the bank, did the transaction. I had never even seen inside the house. Did the transaction, and then he rented it back from me for 8 months for the same price as what he was paying on his mortgage. And because I had a better rate, I was making like $250 a month off of him. And so it wasn't a bad way to get into a new rental property. And then he wound up screwing around with my wife and stuff. And I walked in and caught him and my wife on the couch and going at it and stuff, and things got ugly. And it's like, all right, when this is your boss, I had to be very careful in how I handled it in order not to get fired with this. But I survived it. I made it through. And I ran into him yesterday morning. I haven't seen him since 2003. And, he was nice. I was nice. We had a nice conversation. And, yeah, it's like, okay. So that's the part of the whole reason behind my divorce. Other than that, she got into the drugs. But I think it was the drugs that got her to where she was running around like that. And so, but it's like, okay, that's in the past. I look at what I've got now. And, Kim is quite the gem. Oh, my God. After going through my divorce, because my ex-wife, basically, she had a 10th grade education. She went back and got her GED when she was 25. She was so vicious, and I mean, she would accuse you of all kinds of stuff with nothing behind it and all. And you never knew when she was going to, chew you out next. Whereas with Kim, when I met her, she was a 43-year-old college student working on her 6th master's degree. And I found I was attracted to intelligent women. And, oh my God, Kim is so great. And, we've got a beautiful daughter. And the fact that Kim is so accepting, if I wanted to transgender, I truly believe she'd support me. That's exactly the kind of woman she is. She's one that's going to stand by her man and support him all the way. And, yeah. And it's so great, And you look at our daughter, and our daughter's like the perfect little girl. But you figure, there is no tension at home here. There is no, we don't battle, we don't raise our voices. Granted, the wife will raise the voice at her once in a while because that mother-daughter relationship, you know how it is. The daughter will try to run all over mom. Dad, however, just because I'm dad, there's a different status level there. When I say something, she listens. And that's just the way it works with parenting. Okay. However, that mother-daughter bond is so vital and so important to their growing up and what they're going to do with their future. To where, and Kim never even had a serious relationship before I met her. I mean, she'd had a couple of short-term boyfriends, and that was it. But, to actually have somebody around 24 hours a day, in your life. And, yeah, it was a rocky road in the beginning. It took some time. It took a lot of adjusting on both our parts. But it was so funny because I actually met her on Match. And there really is something to the way they profile it. And if you're honest on your profile, then, I mean, you can get a beautiful match for yourself. To me, it's the person that's important, not the package. you know. So she's got a few extra pounds on her. Well, women are, I don't like a bag of bones. I like a woman that's soft to the touch. You know, she's a very beautiful woman. And, you know, it's like, I love her. But, no, when I first met her, you know, we talked on the phone for a week. So I actually got to know who she was. Then we met on Valentine's Day in 2004 at the Applebee's. And, okay, so she looked a little different from her profile and all. But, you know, I liked everything that I'd found out on the phone. So it's like, all right, you know, we'll see where this leads. And, you know, the more we got together, the more time we spent together and all, the more we fell in love with each other. And, you know, okay, it maybe wasn't a love at first sight, but I tell you what, it's a genuine love, okay? And it's far deeper than looks or appearance, you know, and the fact that she is such a solid person, you know, she's, my ex-wife, you know, she couldn't keep a job or anything, you know, she was all over the board, just because, you know, everything had to be her way or she wasn't happy. And, you know, with me and Kim, we both give, we both flex, and we've got an awesome relationship. We've got an awesome daughter. And, you know, when I look at all of this and where I'm at today and the fact that, you know, I can run around in a dress all day and, heck, she'll go with me, you know. She'll go with me and support me. I mean, you're not going to find another woman like that, you know, to where my life has improved so much with her that, you know, Mike screwing around with my wife and being a part of the whole reason for the divorce and all, he actually did me a favor. You know, I couldn't see it at the time. I'd been married to her for 18 years at that point. But, you know, I was convinced that, you know, marriage was for life. And I never expected to be the one that was divorcing my wife. Because I was the one that filed the papers and filed for the divorce. And she wouldn't even show up in divorce court until they pushed it all the way to where it was, what did they call it? Last something. And the divorce was going through whether she showed up or not. And then she shows up and, you know, we got a female judge. And I'm thinking, great, I'm going to get screwed. Well, twice the judge had to tell her to sit down and shut up. It was her courtroom because she was just like mouthing off like crazy. And all I did was on the financial end of things, I took all the bills, I 3-ring punched them, stuck them in notebooks with the folder tabs and all for going back like the last year, and, you know, put cover sheets on them explaining everything on the financial situation. And at that point, she wound up having to pay child support, which she's never paid a nickel, and they're still after her for that. Worst case scenario, when she goes to collect her Social Security or whatever, I'll get it. But, you know, it'll come back to bite her in the end. I'll put my time in. But, yeah, and I wound up with everything we had left. She even had to give me back her car. And the thing with the car is when she brought it over, there was a pickup truck at the top of the hill with a big pipe bumper and a great big trailer hitch. She rammed the back end of that truck first, and then she rolled it down the hill and parked it in the house, in front of the house. So the whole front end of the car was all busted out of it. And I'm like, you be. But she was very spiteful, very hateful in that, you know. But, yeah, the one thing we had going was a great sex life. And that's pretty much all there was to the relationship. Which now, okay, I don't have much of a sex life, but I've got an awesome life. So you got to weigh your values here. And, you know, as I've gotten older, it's like, you know, it's a lot of nights you'd rather just roll over and go to sleep anyhow. You know, you're tired, you hurt. So you know, it's not that important when you get older. So, yeah. Well, don't really know any cross-dressers. I know I've met a couple. We belong to PAGE, which is Peak Area Gender Expressions. And if you look them up, they have regular meetings and stuff. And it's a support group for anybody transgender in there. And I mean, I know several transgender people. So, yeah. In fact, I've got a real good friend, Madison, that's transgender, that's looking at moving to Oregon in March. And so I'm going to miss her. She's a sweetheart. But I've learned a lot from her. You know, being I've got an interest there. You know, it's like she's one of those that I can ask questions. She'll answer them. You know, we have good conversations about it. There at Christmas, because she works for a loaf and jug, I know the kind of money she makes. Okay, she doesn't make that much. And she lives with a roommate. And her roommate was having a Christmas party with her company at a real fancy party. And she was wanting to know if she could borrow a dress from me. Now, I'm a size 16. Okay, she's like a size 2 or a size 4. So, it's like I don't have anything that would look respectable on her at that size. And so what I did was me and the wife and the daughter met her at a JCPenney's here on Friday night. And I bought her the dress, the heels, the stockings, the purse, the jewelry, you know, even some new bras. And I bought her some breast forms because, you know, she feels she's barely an A cup after being on hormones. And she's wanting top surgery. And so, yeah. You know, I bought her some breast forms because these that I found back in December, there's a guy on eBay that was doing a Black Friday deal. He started it as, and then he kept it on. But, yeah, ridiculously low priced, very nice silicone forms, and they're concaved on the back. So if you've already got something, it'll go right over it. Works great. And so, yeah, I basically, being she's a 34, now I'm a 42. Okay, and I've got everything from a 4A to a 4D in breast forms. But, yeah, so I go all the way from little bitty to big, which is fun. Because when I'm in a tank top, sometimes it's great with the little ones. And you can glue them right on, and they're fully self-adhesive, they're fully gluable and all. And so, yeah, I mean, I just use the medical adhesive here, which I get through, I think that one came from Amazon. But yeah, that's the spray adhesive. And you just spray it on the back. And then when you wash it with warm soap and water, they come back sticky. And after a while, when they start to lose the sticky, hit it with a little adhesive remover. Don't try to remove it all. Just hit it with a little bit and rub it around with a paper towel. And they come back super sticky. And I find then if you want to run around braless, even with triple Ds, they stay. They will stay. And, you know, I've done that so much and, you know, tried sleeping in them and everything else and rolling over on them. And because I sleep in my breast forms every night. And I've gotten now to where I get nights that, you know, I'll sleep in the bra and maybe a slip or a skirt. Or these dresses here are great because being they're scrunched, you can slide them down, wear them as a skirt. Or, you know, I'll go without the bra and just put a slip over it. And it all looks good. So, you know, I love my boobies. I'd love to have my own. I'd be in heaven if I had my own. And that's part of the reason I've tried like wearing a bra to work and stuff like that to see. Because more of it is becoming comfortable with it yourself. Okay? Being out in public, knowing, okay, I've got a bra under this shirt and I'm doing business with these customers. You know, it's a lot of it is a psychological thing. As far as their reactions, they're pretty mute. So, well, I've got leggings, I've got stockings, I'm more into thigh-high stockings, but I have several pairs of leggings that, with the winter months here, I wear the leggings with the boots. If I'm in sandals or something, or classic pumps, I'm going to be wearing stockings. Whereas if I've got the other ones on, which, let me see, there's a pair of them they're thermals, it's thermal yet, so they keep the legs warm in the cold weather. So I've got everything, and I've clear on down to the big heavy winter jacket with all the fur on it and everything. And Hello, Nick. How are you? But I could go full time, and I've got the full wardrobe. I'm ready. You know, that's why I'm kind of playing with this at work to see. It's like, could I do my job in a dress? Now, one of the things I've been doing here, because I got the male pattern baldness bit and stuff, and I started 3 or 4 weeks ago, probably about 3 weeks ago, on Rogaine, and trying to get the hair to grow. And then my heavy gray on the side here that was looking so white, which, you can see it a little bit there. But I started using Grecian on it, and now it's more of a distinguished gray, which I like. So the object is to see if I can get the hair to fill in between here and back here and all, and if I can actually get the hair to fill in and I can let it grow out. Okay, that way I'd love to have my own hair instead of having to do the wig. So, like I say, I think I'm on the road to being transgender with it all. But I'm seriously considering getting my ears pierced. And so, I don't know if I want to get it pierced yet. If I want to let the hair grow a little bit more and then get it pierced. Or what. I'm kind of up in the air. I'm just... I don't know where I'm going with this. I really don't. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. And, we'll see. We'll see. It's not like I've got to deal with all the dating issues transgenders have that are young. Because they're trying to find a guy that's completely accepting of you and will love you. The male stereotype is, okay, if they've got a penis, you're gay. Or that was a guy, you're gay. Well, and when you're young, if somebody calls you gay, that's like a slap. You know what? If somebody calls me gay, it's like, doesn't make any difference to me. It's just a term. Doesn't mean there's anything behind it. I don't know. As you get older, you get wiser. And I was supposed to be dead New Year's Eve of 2013. I had a 98% blockage in the Widowmaker. And the doctor even told me I was within a couple hours of being dead. And if I hadn't have taken a couple of aspirin, I probably would have been. But he said that very well saved my life. And so I'm on bonus overtime. Life has no rules, no regulations, no prejudices, no nothing. I'm just happy every morning when I can wake up. Even when I'm in pain like I am, where I can't even hardly walk, I'm just glad I'm still here for my wife and my daughter. I'm glad to have the opportunity to be able to go to work and take the beating I get. It's a whole different perspective on life. And I got to tell you, life is so much more fun now. When you put aside all of the societal rules and regulations and just be yourself, go with the flow, and just be confident with who you are, and life is awesome. I mean, I am enjoying this so much now, and being able to run around in a dress in public, and, nobody really cares anymore. It's completely acceptable. But I do get to meet more beautiful women that come over and give me beauty tips and ask me questions, and, it's like women are fascinated by it. I've had quite a few guys come up to me and admit that they were closet cross-dressers and all. So, yeah. Well, Madison is leaving in March. She's headed to Oregon. She's kind of at a toss-up between southern Washington and northern Oregon. But, yeah, and she's going out there basically because of the medical and the way they cover the transgender bit and stuff. Because top surgery, they will cover 100% if you've been on hormones over a year and you're less than an A cup. And she's like, she's been trying hard to get them. But, yeah, she's like maybe, an A minus. So she qualifies. And so that's why she's looking at going out. But, yeah. I'm normally in a dress. It's like, all my friends, all my neighbors, the last ones to find out were mom and dad, the in-laws. which, you know, as you saw that through the holidays, I had several videos with Dad in them. And, you know, it was one of those that, all right, they were going to be here for 16 days. I wouldn't survive 16 days without being able to dress. I'd be totally batshit crazy. You know, I'd be so flustered and frustrated. And so, all right, the night they arrived, I sat Dad down and showed him my video from the Christmas party and had a nice talk with him and all, and he was cool with it. It's like, hey, you know, his daughter loves me to death, and she's completely happy and all of that, and I'm treating her right, and, you know, he's going to accept me for who I am. And I knew there was no way I could hide it with all the dresses we have in the house and everything. It's beyond being able to put it away. And it's just like out here with all the perfumes and makeup and wigs and shoes, and there was no way I was going to hide it from him. And, you know, I wasn't going to lie to him about it. I figured, all right, you know, I'll own it. It's like when I wore the dress to the Christmas party. It's like, yeah, I own it. When I had people ask me, it's like, did you really wear a dress to the Christmas party? Because I know the rumor mill. And I'm like, yeah, you want to see the video? It's like, yeah, I did it. I own it. Yeah, no, nobody had an issue with it. You know, if you own it, hey, then nobody's going to have a problem. And so they were the last ones to find out. Now, I did take about a month earlier, and I changed my picture on Facebook, so it's got my Maxine picture on it. And then I went on ahead, and when I got the Employee of the Year, I posted it on Facebook, which it turns out, yeah, they haven't been keeping up with Facebook, so they hadn't seen it yet. But at this point, you know, I've got so many of, you know, the wife's friends and everything on my Facebook side that everybody up the family tree everywhere around knows about it. And it's no secret. Now then, something I almost forgot about. Okay, the wife at work. Okay. She's got an employee whose mother passed away. And she was cleaning out her stuff. And she came to my wife and asked her if I would like some wigs. Now, I haven't looked at them yet. But, okay, looks like a short brown hair. Ooh, I like the black one there. And kind of a short blonde. And kind of a medium. I like the brown one too. And then she's got, oh my gosh, she's got all the bottles of everything, all the conditioners and shampoos and everything in here. Wow. And so, yeah, just because, you know, it's no secret at my wife's work. And, yeah, I wound up with 4 wigs here. And you know what? They all smell clean. They smell like the shampoo. So, yeah. So I wound up with some nice wigs now. Let me take a look here. See if there's labels here. Okay, there's a label on it. Okay, this is a Vica A. Fox. I'm going to have to do a little looking on them. Because normally if they have a tag on them, they're a more expensive wig. If they don't have a tag on them, they're usually a cheaper wig. Okay, don't see a tag on that one, and that actually looks kind of thin on here. That actually feels like it's synthetic. That feels like it's real. Okay. That one, I would bet money that that's real. And that's another Vic A. Fox. But yeah, that feels like real hair. I'm going to have to research it and find out. Because that would be awesome. Because they feel like real hair. They don't feel like the synthetic. Now, a couple of tips on your synthetic wigs. Okay. when you get the curly wigs and stuff and longer wigs, how they always get knotted, and then when you're trying to get the knots out, they get all frayed and all bent up and mangled. The best thing I have found for them, which I wind up using it on all of mine, is static guard. Because it's the static that makes it all want to get all twisted up. And just spray it down with static guard. Take your brush and brush it in. Now what I love on a brush here, that is actually a doggy brush from Family Dollar. $1 is all it costs for one of those. Now the only thing to it is the piece here, they don't glue it in, and so after you start pulling on it, it'll come out. But put a little BD 6000 on there and pop it back in, and you've got a beautiful wig brush that works great. So I keep plenty of those around. In fact, I just grabbed another one the other day. So yeah, it is a pet brush. But it's perfect for wigs, and it doesn't generate static or anything in them. And so yeah. And that way, I mean, I get so much more life out of it. I mean, I've had this same wig here now for probably 2 months I've been wearing it. And yeah, you can still run your fingers through it and everything. So yeah, the static guard works. And other than that, when I wash it, I just take it in and wash it with regular old shampoo or dish soap or whatever. And then hang them up, let them dry, and then run my fingers through them first, and then go ahead and brush. But no, I found that is probably the best for your synthetic, because these, I buy these like 6 at a time, okay, just because it looks good on me, and I like the way it stays out of the eyes. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm leaning over or what, it's not in my eyes. So yeah, that's why you see me in it so much. Now the longer one, that's more of a problem because that gets in the eyes and everything else, but sometimes it looks better. And, you know, the caramel doesn't always go with every dress. So that's why I've got those two. But these are like $13, $14 on eBay. Granted, it takes, you know, a month or 6 weeks to get here, but I order them like 6 at a time, so, you know, anytime I'm going any place special, I'll put a new one on. In fact, with Rosie coming in, I got a new one. So I'll probably go with a new one tomorrow, just so, you know, I want to look as good as I can. And a lot of it is how you feel about it. You know, if you get yourself all together and you know you're looking good, you're confident. It really does a number with confidence. You know, it's like when I get myself all together and it's like I know I'm looking good, it's like, yeah, I want to get out and go places. I want to go and do things. You know, it's like, hey, I'm feeling great. I'm looking good. So, and you know, I'm the old fart guy, okay? So, when I go to work, it's like, yeah, I'm the old guy. But, hey, I make a good looking girl. So, I have fun with it. Now, I'm not too happy with YouTube here, because like yesterday when Rosie was posting her videos, even though, you know, I'm subscribed and I'd rung the bell and the whole bit, I wasn't getting notifications. So I went through last night and I unsubscribed and resubscribed to her channels. So, and, you know, redid the bell. But what I find on the bell, it's like, all right, you click it on the video and then you go to the channel, the bell's not there. So what I wound up doing was making sure that the bell is activated on the channel. And so hopefully I get her notifications. Because you know, I've been subscribed to Rosie for a long time, and it seems like after you've been subscribed a while, it's like, all right, your subscriptions fall off, you know, whether you got the bell set or not, that falls off. So unless you're on top of it all the time, you know, so. Because I'm wanting to know how she's doing. I'm excited! I get to meet Rosie. Now, just remember, I'm a hugger. So, Rosie, you know, Rosie can expect to get a hug out of me. So, yeah. So yeah, this should be fun. Like I said, we'll see where she wants to go eat. You know, what she's in the market for. You know, what she feels like. Now, we've got an open door with Morgan. You know, if Rosie wants just the adults, we can be. If she wants Morgan along, we can be. We've got a babysitter on standby. I'm trying to get all the bases covered. So, that way, you know, try and make it so we can be as flexible as possible. So, yeah. And if for some reason, you know, if Jen can't get into the RV, if that's not going to work and they'd rather stay at a motel, you know what, that's okay too. Bottom line is, the RV needed to be cleaned up after, you know, Mom and Dad were here for the holidays. And all the bedding needed to be washed, so it'll be all ready for whoever shows up next. Because we use the trailer as the guest house. So, you know, Denise, even if you showed up here and, you know, needed a place to stay while you were here, we got the RV. It's a 34-foot fifth wheel. It's a nice trailer. It's got more luxuries than my house does. So, yeah. To where it's not a bad place to stay. And it makes the perfect guest house because you've got everything. You know, you've got the bathroom, the kitchen, the shower, the beds, the TV. You know, you're on cable TV out there. And so, because what we get is we're on satellite in the house. However, with the internet, you get free basic cable. So, it's like, okay, you know, I wouldn't be using the free basic cable. So what we did, we got a cord running out to the trailer, and the box is out there. So basically, whoever's in the RV, you got free basic cable. And of course, you got Wi-Fi, which I am currently connected to even though my Wi-Fi main is right behind me, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi extender, which is actually plugged in out on the compressor shed on the back porch. Which for some reason, I get a better signal from it than I do from the basic Wi-Fi. And so yeah, even in the trailer there, when I was trying the live stream yesterday morning, it was nice and clear. Because trailer's in the backyard, the Wi-Fi is in the backyard. So, yeah, she's got the Wi-Fi, she's got the bandwidth. You know, I'm good for, oh gosh, last time I ran a speed test, I think I'm at like 90 megabytes. So, yeah. Shows up in my Google email, huh? I'm going to have to take a look. I don't deal with Google email. I know the phone is connected with it, because that's where so many of my messages and alerts and stuff come. But if it doesn't flash on the screen, I don't usually know where to even go look for it, but I think it's Google email. But Rosie's got my number, and I already sent her a text there a couple days ago, said that, you know, she's welcome to call, and all, so hopefully she'll call me here when she gets into Denver. Then we can kind of discuss. Because it'd be nice to know, you know, when they're planning on coming in on Friday. You know, it sounds like she's going to come in Friday morning, though, so we got the whole day to go play. Which, that'll be fun. So, yeah. I'm not going to have the house all clean by then. You know, I've still got so much to do. And I want to rake the yard out back there, basically, between the back porch and the trailer, because, you know, we got 3 dogs. They poop all over back there. And if I just rake through it there and make sure there's a clear path where nobody's stepping in it. So, yeah. So that's kind of the plan for today. I've still got a couple of loads of dishes to do. My kitchen was such a mess. Because last weekend, I ran out of time because the wife wanted me to go to church on Sunday. And so that took a few hours out of my day. And so I didn't get everything done that I was supposed to wanted to get done. And then this week, I've had no time for anything. You know, I come home, eat something, hit the shower, and I'm in bed. Only for the alarm to go off at 4 o'clock again. So, yeah. Well, good morning, Irene. How are you? I figured I'd jump on here so people knew I was still alive. And, yeah, Rosie's in the Rockies today. So she had 500 miles from Salt Lake to Denver they're pulling today. And it's I-70 through the Rockies. Which she pulled 750 yesterday. Which that was on a lot smoother, wide open road. The Rockies are a rough drive. That I-70 is not an easy drive. So I'm glad she's got it down to just 500 miles. So, yeah. No, I haven't even been in the shower today or anything. I just threw the wig on, a little lipstick. But, no, this is the dress I slept in last night. I did, however, get up. I've got a corset on underneath, and I've got my back supporter on. Because I've got pinched nerves in that right leg. Basically, by the time I got home Friday night from work, I couldn't hardly walk from the van to the house. And yesterday, it was pinched for a while, then it let up a little bit so I could get some things done, and then sitting at the nail salon yesterday for 3 hours, it's pinched again. But I got my nails all done. My fingernails, my toenails. So, and I'm going to be looking good. I gotta look good for my Rosie girl, you know? But, yeah, so she's going to have a rough drive today. But I think she's got the right idea because it's a smaller vehicle and she's packed light. So she should pretty much roll right along with it. Long as the weather lets her through. Because that stretch, you can never tell. It's always a crapshoot because it can be July and be snowing on I-70 up there. You know, it all depends on which way the wind blows and how the clouds are swirling and whatever. So, but I'm excited. And Irene, I'm wanting to put the laptop out on the front porch and do live when they pull up. So I figured that'd be fun to actually get to see it all live as it's going on. So yeah. And she's wanting to take us to dinner, but, you know, it's more in my book for me to take her to dinner. So, you know, we'll see. We'll battle it out over who pays the check. But she's on vacation. She doesn't need to be spending money taking us to dinner. You know, I'd be more than happy to take her to dinner. It's an honor to meet her. So, we'll see. And as far as restaurants, you know, she's telling me it's up to us to decide. It's like, I don't know. You know, places we love to go, it's like Black Eyed Pea. And they've got good food, and the whole reason we love going there is the waiter, Peter. This guy is so above and beyond and will knock himself out the whole way. And he's so cute. He wears a little crown in his hair and everything. And he's got the rainbow of pens in his pocket and all of that. He's just so cute. And he is just all over it. I mean, he is probably the best service I've gotten out of any waiter. And that's one of the things that keeps us coming back there. And besides that, the food is good. And you get a lot of food for your money. So, yeah. You know? But he's probably the most impressive waiter I've ever run into, because he won't miss a beat. You know, if you get down on your last napkin, he'll bring you napkins, you know. Your cup gets down to where, you know, you've only got an inch in the bottom, you've got another drink. You know, he's going to make all the suggestions on, you know, the hors d'oeuvres, the desserts, everything. He's not going to miss a beat. He's got the whole thing covered, you know. And if when he brings it to you, you know, would you like more butter? Would you like more honey with the rolls? Would you like, you know, more gravy on your steak? Would you know, whatever. He's going to cover it. And yeah, it's service like that, you know, keeps me coming back. So it's like I love it. Yeah, it's kind of like that's why I love Dress Barn. Because I go in there and it doesn't matter if I'm looking as the guy or the girl. They knock themselves out and roll the carpet out for me. And, you know, I love their dresses and everything to wear. Goodness, me and the wife go in and we'll do, you know, the girls' day out. And we'll wind up dropping $700 in there. Now, the problem with Dress Barn is the credit card. Every time you run it up, they'll raise your credit limit. You run it up, they'll raise your credit limit. It's like, damn! Cut me off at some point, you know? I've got an addiction problem here to Dress Barn and their dresses. Okay, I love their Calvin Kleins and all their beautiful stuff. You know? Yeah. Yep. That's the only problem is I'm dangerous with that card. I am dangerous in Dress Barn because like, oh, I love this. I love that. Oh, I want this. You know, I'm like sending a kid to a candy shop, you know. Or a young girl that's finally been turned loose with the opportunity to get a nice fancy wardrobe. You know, it's like, you know, put a cap on me. You're going to own me. I'm going to be working till I'm 80 years old trying to pay off my Dress Barn card. So yeah, I've got a weakness for beautiful dresses. And I do still want that wedding dress. I don't know if it's still over there. I haven't been over there. I would love to go see it though. But after Christmas, it's like $300. Okay, that's a chunk of change. But you know, we'll have to see. You know, I don't know how many 16Ws come in looking for wedding dresses. The fact that this was so absolutely stunning. So yeah. Okay, Irene, I posted a video back in early December, a little clip about a wedding dress. And, oh, it's gorgeous. I'm on the phone here doing the hangout, or I'd pull it up on the phone and show you. But, yeah. Well, you know what? I might be able to just pull the video up here and show you. Let me see. But I was in there getting shoes for our daughter for our daddy-daughter princess ball. And, you know, they sell all these beautiful wedding dresses, prom dresses, and all. And they're all so beautiful. And I'm sitting there staring at them. And, you know, she looks over at the wall and she says, you know, that white one right there is your size. And I told her I'm a 16W. She was like, that white one is a 16W. And it was the most beautiful dress on the wall. And I'm like, really? It's like, you know, if I get it, I'm going to have to do videos in it. I'm going to have to, you know, get myself together, go over to the park or something, do videos. Here it is. Here. Tell you what, let me blow this up here. I'll blow it up. Oh, wait a minute. I should have turned the volume on first. Pardon me. So she also has another one up in the window that would fit me. But oh my goodness, yeah. That is breathtaking. Let me back this up. I'll start it over. Let me back this up. I'll start it over. Guys, she says that dress. Oh, we're going to get the... I can't do the audio. Wow. Oh, we're going to get the... I can't do the audio. I love it. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot. Feedback. But yeah, no, that's the dress. And it's just... Oh, come on. Let me back it up here. But yeah, isn't that beautiful? It's like I saw that and I'm like, oh, I love it. It's like, I want that dress. When you look at all the others, I think it's the most beautiful on the whole wall there. But yeah, that is a 16W. That is my size. Now what I'm wanting is basically the wife to go in with me and be able to try it on. Because if it needs alterations, she's real good at that. I mean, she has made wedding dresses that have sold for like $4,000. So, yeah. She used to do a lot of sewing. Now she's got a husband and a daughter, so she doesn't have that much spare time. But, yeah. But, yeah. Oh, you know, Irene... as far as do I want to get married again? Heck, it'd be a ball marrying my wife again in that. that would be a ball. It really would. But no, I've got a passion for dresses. I fell in love with it. And it's like, oh my God, it's like, I can only picture me in that dress, you know. It's like, that would be just so awesome. So, we'll have to see, you know. Oh, I'd love to do a vow renewal with my wife. I know my ex-wife tried to get me to do that, and I wouldn't. You know, it's like, no way. But no, with Kim, I would, it would be an awesome time. You know. To where, yeah, completely different relationship with Kim versus my ex. So. I don't know why my lighter doesn't want to work. And I got to run up and get a bag of tobacco today because I am down to the bottom of it. I'm kind of stretching out my last few smokes here until I have a chance to get up there. I was going to go up last night, and then I wanted to stop and see about getting my nails done, but then it was a case of the wife was interested in getting nails done, and of course my daughter always is. So we wound up in there for 3.5 hours. All three of us got full manicures and pedicures, and yeah. Oh, that would be a ball if both of us were in gowns. That would be fun. And with all my friends and all being all on board with it, it's like, you know, they might think it would be fun. You know, we'll have to see. You know, we might wind up, you never know. Like I say, I have no idea where this road's taking me. I'm along for the ride and I'm enjoying it. I'm having the time of my life here. You know, so yeah, we'll see. Yeah. All right, Bean Sprout, well, you take care. And yeah, all the fun begins tomorrow. Like I say, Rosie's planning on coming in. The way she was talking on her last hangout I saw last night was, yeah, she's looking at, you know, they'll get up probably 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever on Monday and come on down. So I'm expecting them here fairly early. So I'll try to get in bed early so I'm well rested, and I'll get up and get myself together so that way I'm looking good. Because even when I'm to the point that all I've got to do is take a shower, get my makeup on, and, you know, throw my clothes on, I'm like 1.5 to 2 hours. So, weather today, okay, we actually have some sun shining. It's supposed to be up in like the high 50s today. And then we're supposed to have some snow coming in possibly tonight. Now, what that means when they say snow, we might get some, we might not. It's one of those that it's like labeled as like a 40% chance. So, you know, it's a tough call. I think we probably got more on Friday morning than we're going to get out of this tonight. But she's got to cross Monument Hill coming down, which Monument Hill and Denver are a whole different animal. So, see, we're in the shadow of Pikes Peak. And most of the storms, we're in the cone where we get missed on an awful lot. Unless we have an Albuquerque low or a Wyoming high, we don't get squat. It's got to come out of the east and blow it into the mountain here for us to get snow here at the house. Yeah. Oh, high of 82. Wow. Well, you know, my ideal temperatures are like 65 to 70 when I'm out in the yard in the sunshine. It's like that is just the most delightful. So, but no, Rosie, if I remember right, I guess Rosie grew up here or lived here or something for a while. So she's familiar with Colorado Springs. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she still has family up by Monument somewhere. I don't know. But, yeah. And same thing with Nova Gina, Kelly. She lived here in Colorado Springs. And I didn't run into her here on YouTube until not long after she left. And it's like, goodness, I could have met her here. But we just hadn't connected yet. Alright, I got doggies being complete weenies outside. But I figured I'd let you guys know that, hey, I'm still here. I'm just having trouble walking here with those pinched nerves. Which it's the swelling in the disc. You know? It's gotten to the point that, like at work last week, I could pick up a case of like 1 liter Dasani water, and I could feel my left leg get hot. I'd put it down and go back to normal. So it's like, all right, it's pinching on the nerves. But those discs are so thin back there, and it's such a fine line between either pinching those nerves or not. And with the way last week went, I've got things apparently swelling and pinching on the nerves. So, you know, it's one of those that I've been through it before. I struggled with it major for like 3 weeks at one point. And then we have a meeting at the plant. And I go in and I sit in a chair in the meeting room for an hour. And when I get up, all the pain was gone. The swelling had dropped. In just that time, sitting in the chair. And then I was good for quite some time. But it's like, you know, then it was so funny. It's like, all right, best thing for the back pain is the chair in the meeting room. And they're not that good a chair. But it's such a fine line between either it's pinched or it's not. And like I say, yesterday morning I got up and I couldn't hardly walk. During the day I got better. When I sat there at the nail salon for 3 hours, I haven't been able to walk worth a flip since then. So I'll find out. You know. Hey, at least, you know, we've got Jen too, so, you know, we'll make good company there. But it was so funny when me and the wife got married. At that point in time, I was in a pair of knee braces and an ankle brace, and I couldn't hardly walk. And the wife was in a cast on her leg, and she couldn't walk. And her dad was laughing at us saying, you guys would make a great couple. Neither one of you can get around. But it's like, yeah, she I don't remember what she did. I think she pulled or cracked or something in the leg there. Just a couple days before the wedding. And she was cleaning the kitchen drawers and wanting to repaint the inside so they were nice because, you know, with everybody coming, she wanted it all to look good. And the doggie was right behind her in the backyard and dug a nice hole in the ground, and she stepped back in that hole. So, of all the times, you know, to get your leg damaged. Yep. Yeah, the bucket seat's irritated. You're pinched. Yep. Well, put it this way. I did okay in the van, and I did good Friday. I was struggling, and it was kind of a hit and miss on Friday. But I had such a long day. And as far as my knees, I spent 2.5 years in a pair of knee braces and an ankle brace. And because what they were telling me was I needed a pair of knees. And I'm like, what's my other options? And they're like, well, glucosamine chondroitin. And so, all right, I elected to take the long road, which my right knee was to the point that if I pivoted on it, the bone would slide off the side and I'd go down. Then I'd have to fight with it to get it back in line and straighten it back out. But after 2.5 years, what I've got is mine. Those are my knees I'm running on. I'm still taking the glucosamine. So, yeah, the dog made my wife go down. This was back right before our wedding. And like I say, she was cleaning kitchen drawers out and repainting the inside so they'd look all nice and all for when everybody was here. And yeah, the dog was out there and right behind her dug a nice big hole. I mean, good sized hole. And when she turned around, she hit that hole. And she wound up with a leg in a cast. So at the wedding, she was on crutches and a cast. I was in a pair of knee braces and an ankle brace. And it's one of those things that everybody in her family always has a problem at their wedding. It just kind of runs with the whole family. So, well, hello, Spirit in the Sky. How are you? I just figured I'd come on here and let people. I am still here. You know, I've been working so much that I haven't had a chance to do much. I'm on vacation for the week, though. And I do plan on... Yeah, we married for better or for worse. And I sent Rosie a picture of the wheelchair the other day just to tell her we do have a wheelchair in case Jen needs one. And she's got Jen's wheelchair with her. But, no, we own a wheelchair and both of us have been in it at one point or another. It's one of those, you know, you keep a wheelchair with a first aid kit. You never know when somebody in the house is going to wind up being in it. So, and it's like, I remember one of the Pride parades. I wound up pushing my wife in the wheelchair in it. Now I'm in a dress and high heels. So, yeah. Yeah. But no, keep watching for in the morning. Because when Rosie starts giving me a time on, you know, when they're planning on being here, I hope to have myself together, and I'm going to stick the laptop out on the front porch. And I may even put it on a plug, so that way we don't have any static in it, so it's a good, clear picture. Because I think you guys would love to see her pull up, and, you know, me actually getting to meet her, and, hey, this is so exciting. Well, hello, Tara, darling. How are you, honey? My gosh, I wish you could be here. It's like I'm almost tempted to run over and get you a plane ticket and fly you out here tonight. Now, if you put me, Rosie, and Tara together, and Jen, it's like, that would be dangerous. We'd have way too much fun. But no, I need to get up and try and get some things done here. Anyhow, yeah. Maybe a little spritz of my smell good there. Angel. Angel's one of those, first time I tried it, I was kind of in question of it because it's a little different scent. But I found it grows on me today. It's one of my favorites now. Between it and the white diamonds. I love the white diamonds. So, those are my favorite. And then, out of this box I got here for Christmas, it's the sampler box, where you've got all the different fragrance samples to try. And then whichever one you like, you can bring the little coupon here in and get a full-size bottle of it. And what I found out of all of those that I like the best, it's called Candy by Prada. And it's like, all the others kind of smelled like run-of-the-mill, I thought. But that one kind of stood out, and it's like, I like that. So, I'm thinking I may go over this week and redeem my coupon for my full-size bottle. And that'll give me another option. Okay. Well, I wind up, you know, I've got, what I was doing for the longest time on them was I was buying started out with the little bitty generic bottles here at Walgreens. Because you got like 4 different scents for like $10 or $11. And then I found the ones I liked and I wound up buying the bigger bottle. But what I found with their generics is, okay, you put it on at night before you go to bed, and if you wind up sweating during the night, it gets rancid. It smells funky in the morning. And that's where I started going with the real thing. So I started out testing it with the little bottles, then I went to, you know, the bigger generic, and then I went to the actual real stuff. So, because yeah, the real perfume, it's going to smell the same the whole time you got it on. It never changes. The generic, though, there's something different there. Well, yeah, it smells great, almost just like it to begin with. But if you start perspiring or anything, it gets nasty. So, yeah. And I even tried, like, I've got one of the perfumes that I got down at, like, Family Dollar. It was like $3. It's like, I'll try it. Oh, my God, that was so obnoxious. That definitely not something I liked. It was more like something for, you know, a 6-year-old to spray on playing around. So yeah. Yeah, that sample box there, I thought that was great. So what I was doing was I was going like every night I'd try a different one. Now the only two in there I haven't tried are the ones with the dauber, because all the rest are spray. And we'll have to try those and see. At least open them up and take a sniff. But yeah, the Candy by Prada, I like that. It's got a real good smell to it. I've tried it a couple times now out of there. And because, you know, sometimes you try something to begin with and you like it, but then in the long run it's not your thing. And so that's why I kind of take, alright, it's like I tried it, I liked it. A few weeks later, tried it again, still liked it. You know, so I'll probably try it again and make sure I still like it before I go over and get it. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes you find one that you think, wow, you know. And another one I got here, which I actually bought it at Walmart, and it's called Gardenia by Jovan, which, you know, I saw it there. It's like, all right, I like Gardenia. I'll try it. Well, the first time I tried it, I thought it was a little overpowered because it's so strong on Gardenia. But now I've grown to where there's times where I'm just in the mood for it, and this is what I want. You know, it kind of depends on how I'm dressed, how I'm feeling. You know, it's kind of like the opium. I got a bottle of opium, which that's one of those that, you know, sometimes I'm in the mood for that kind of fragrance. It's a little bolder, a little harder on the edge. So, yeah. Hello. And then I got a bottle of Charlie, which what I found when you spray it on, you really don't smell much after an hour. However, spray it down low here where it's under your clothes. As long as it's under the clothes and it's warm, it has a good smell. So sometimes it's more of where you put it on how it's going to smell. And actually most days when I go to work, I put a little spritz on down here under the shirt. Because then when I got the jacket on, I'm back in the cold vault throwing product and all. I just, you know, beat myself up. It's like I get this pleasant scent. And it just kind of like, you know, takes you away. So, yeah. Your favorite is red. I'm going to have to try red. I've never heard of it. Well, the opium was one that, you know, I've asked a lot of people on here on YouTube in the Q&As, on what's your favorite, and they tell me opium. And so it's like, all right, I'm game. I mean, I bought the bottle of generic first and tried it, and it's like, all right, you know, that works. But it is a little stronger. It is a little harder on the edge. It's not the soft sweet. Well, good morning, sunshine. You're all choked up. Really, it wasn't that funny. No. Guess who's awake, you guys? But no, the Charlie here is probably about my least expensive one. And like I say, when you spray it up here, it doesn't smell like much. Spray it down here. And then when you keep it warm, it's like, it smells great all day. So it's kind of more a case of where you put that one on how it's going to smell. If it's in a warm spot, it's going to smell good. If it's in a cooler spot, you don't really smell much. Yeah, the opium is, like I said, it's a stronger, it's a harsher. So it's kind of a case of what I'm in the mood for. You know, I wear all of them. I like variety. So, and then I've still got some others here. It's like I've got one of these still in a small generic, that Chanel No. 5, which I would like a bottle of that. But when I looked on Amazon, it starts out at like $105 and goes up, and it's like, whoa! For Chanel No. 5, I can't believe it's that pricey. But yeah. So that's the only reason I don't have a regular bottle of Chanel No. 5. So, you know, I'll spend 50 or 70 on a bottle, but 105, you know, once you clear about 80 or 90 bucks, that's out of my price range on it. So, but I have found on the Angel here that I can get the big bottle on Amazon for the same price I can get the smaller bottle at Walgreens. So that's why I got the big bottle.
What's the big bottle?
That's the star bottle. The Angel.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Can I have that one when you're done too?
Okay. You can have the empty bottle. Now she's wanting my bottles. She's still got a project there. Her project today is trying to make room on the couch so we can all sit down and do a live stream. I know you're eating, but you've got your project for you. And I've got my work cut out for me. I just got to get so I can stand on that leg and walk. I'm not doing too good. One of the things I did do this morning, though, is I've got a corset on under here, and then I've got my back brace, which I found yesterday. I had on a long line bra and the back brace, and that helped. So that's why the corset. Which the corset here, if we fluff it up just a bit, there we go. Yeah, it's a nice black corset there. So what I got for when I go to do my video here, I've got a Harley Quinn wig, and I've got the makeup here that I got to go with it, with the actual black and red, because Harley Quinn's got the black and red eyeshadow and stuff. And I've got the really long eyelashes and stuff to go with it. And so I'm wanting to, I've already got a black tutu and all that'll go great with it. But yeah, I'm wanting to do either that or I'll wear a red skirt with it. But I'm wanting to do a Harley Quinn video. And so yeah.
I can do your makeup.
Do what?
I can do your makeup.
You can do my makeup? Okay. Because I got, the wig was up here on top. I don't know where it went.
You should have the bag too.
Let me see if I can find her. Where'd she go? There she is.
Okay, keep the bag.
There we go. Harley Quinn, guys.
Keep the bag so I can copy it, okay?
And so that's what I'm wanting to do. And that's why the black corset bustier thing.
Okay, keep the bag so I can copy it.
Okay, let me keep the picture. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's what I got. And then I still want to do my Kim Jong-un video. I still got him back here. So
Kim Jong-un.
I just haven't had time.
Gimme.
What? Do you want my Kim Jong-un? She's wanting Kim Jong-un. All right. Well, you know, I've got videos I want to do. I just got to find time. And it'd be nice if the weather cooperated. All right. Over here by Peterson, they've got a plaza there, and they've got this great big rocket that's, you know, in the plaza. And, you know, I've got my little rocket there that I made, and I'm wanting to go over there to that location and, you know, have the rocket in the background and all, and do the video of Kim Jong-un's part. And basically, you know, how he thinks Maxine is pretty and all of that, and then actually then move over to the house here with Maxine, and my daughter's going to play Kim Jong-un because Kim Jong's a little thing, you know. And so Morgan's going to play Kim Jong-un, and, you know, she'll come out and actually get to meet Kim Jong-un meets Maxine and all of that. And then you know, we'll play off of that and get them into the cross-dressing bit and stuff. You know, have him give up his rockets for a dress is basically the idea behind it, okay? So, but that's one that's going to take a little work and a little editing. But, yeah. So in the end, you'll have Kim Jong-un in a dress, okay? Which I imagine then he'll probably send his henchmen out to assassinate me, but, you know, hey. Screw him if he can't take a joke. Oh, goodness. But yeah, but no, the Harley Quinn one, you know, and I want to... Somewhere I've got the black fishnets. I don't know where they got lost at here. I've got to find them. Because I want the black fishnets to go with the whole Harley Quinn bit. And I figured I'd go over to the lake here and I'd do a video on it, which I'm sure the public could get a kick out of that. Because you know, I've got the garter and everything to go with it. Now, you know what? I might want to get a black garter. All my garters are white. So, I don't think I have a black one. I don't know. I might have a black one. I might have to take a look. I've got so much stuff. I don't know what I got. Alright, I think this is pretty much dead. I'm thinking, though, that I probably ought to get off of here and go try and get started on my projects. Otherwise, I'm not going to get them done. So, yeah. Originally, Rosie was looking at coming in on Wednesday. So it's like, all right, good. I've got a few days to get things done. Then she backed it up to Tuesday. It's like, okay, I still got an extra day in there. I can get things done. Now she's coming in on Monday. And it's like, I don't know if I can get things done. So, yeah. She might see it more as the way it looks when nobody's been home all freaking week or had time to do anything. Yeah. Alright. So, Sissy Kitty Cupcakes, huh? Tell you what. Let me see here. We'll go to channel. I'm going to subscribe to you, Sissy. There we go. And I rung your bell. So we will see what you've got, girl. I like what I see so far. Kim Jong-un! Hey! Come on over here and say hello to everybody. Come on over here and say hello to everybody, Kim. Can you step over here? We've got Kim Jong-un here, guys. He came to see me. Wow! Kim! Hey, you're looking sporty there. Oh, he's already got the skirt on. We've got him headed in the right direction, guys. Kim Jong-un in a pink skirt. Woohoo! You want to model that skirt for us, Kim? Oh, there we go. Oh, isn't that snazzy? Yeah. Hey, we're going to get Kim converted over. He's going to learn the joy of the dresses instead of the rocket. And if I suddenly get taken out by a missile while I'm driving down the road, you'll know who to look at. Alright. So, I'm going to get off of here. It's been great seeing you. And like I say, you'll see a whole lot more tomorrow. I may come back on tonight and kind of give an update on what I know. But, yeah, let me see how much of my work I can get done here. So, because I'm hobbling. But, take care, everybody. And you have a great day. And thanks for coming by.